What's up, SE Nation? Welcome back to another video. I am Ramzi Marjaba, sales engineer out of Ottawa, Canada, and I enjoy talking about sales engineering stuff. And today I'm going to be talking about channel sales engineering versus direct sales engineering. And I have a video in the past about sales engineering in general, but here's a brief overview of sales engineering so we can actually differentiate. Now, we have SEs, so direct sales engineers who work directly with customers. So that's why they're called direct. So we have customer 1, customer 2, etc. That is direct sales engineering. Our job is to support our customers and help them make decisions and hopefully buy from us. Now, when we're talking about channel sales engineering, it's a bit different. So we could be the same set of customers, but we have channel SE who works with partners or channels. So we have partner 1, partner 2, I can't write, partner 3, let's see if I can actually write better, partner 3. And then these partners work with customers. So customer 1, 2, and they could be working with the same set of customers, 3, or it could be different altogether, 4. So when we're talking about direct sales engineering, we could have like, this is company A, so company A, and then you have company B with a competing SE right here, trying to sell to the same set of customers. But as a channel SE, you're going to have, so this is channel company A, again, you're going to have company B. So we have CSE, we're going to call it for that right now, who are also working with the same set of partners who are trying to sell to the same set of customers. And that makes it, what's the word? Harder, because you're a little bit further away. So in most cases, the channel SEs cannot talk directly with the customers. It could be multiple reasons. So let's say you're going through a company like Deloitte, who would work with multiple vendors and work directly with the customers. They cannot show favoritism and allow one SE to talk directly to customers. On the other hand, you might be working with a smaller VAR, value-added reseller, who may not have all the information, or they don't have the capacity to be consultative like Deloitte, where at that point a channel SE could potentially connect directly with the customers, but the sale would go through the channel. But so there's a hybrid role kind of where you can be in between, but in most cases the channel SE is not actually working with the customers directly, they're going through partners. This is kind of difficult. It's not the easiest thing. One, you basically have to influence the partners. So let's talk about the differences between customers and partners. Between going direct, so you have, here, let's put a line in the middle. Oh, no. Let's put a line in the sand.
Back here. So you have channel SEs and you have direct SEs. So
obviously, the main difference between the channel SEs and the direct SEs is that here you're going through a channel. Go through partners. And here, as the name says, it's direct for the direct SE. So what does that mean in terms of the role of sales engineering? Is it the same role? I would say no, they're completely different things. As an SE, as a direct SE here, so 1, 2, we're consulting with customers directly, obviously, and we can play that role of consultant. Whereas as channel SEs, to here, it gets a little bit more difficult because now our job is more to enable partners. and that takes different methods, I guess. When we're consulting with customers here, we're going to do discovery. We're going to talk about the different things that we have to do as sales engineers, or we're going to have to talk about the different things that they need in terms of like what their actual problems are. Whereas when you're enabling partners, you don't have access to the customers. Partners are gatekeepers, and the partners could be selling from, like I mentioned earlier in this diagram, they could be selling for channel A, customer A, or vendor A or vendor B. So let's say two vendors that may use channels, or it could be like Palo Alto and Checkpoint. These are both like firewall security companies. So, and they do similar things. Why would partners sell stuff for Palo Alto versus Checkpoint? Well, it depends on what the channel needs. If it's a smaller channel that doesn't have much capability or much ability to do to learn and be consultative with their customers, then you're most likely going to look at ease of sale. But if it's a company like Deloitte, it's more about like solving a problem for the customer. So in that case, they're kind of looking at the customer's problem, which product fits that problem best, or which product would solve that problem best. So that means when you're enabling a partner, you have to teach them about the product and the benefits and like feature set, problems it solves, that it solves. So at that point, you're more of a trainer, enabler than you are a sales engineer. Then you have things like, so here's a big difference. Another big difference is 3. When you're here, you're working with multiple partners to help one customer, potentially. Here you're working as a direct, you're working directly with the customer. So it's one customer. No gatekeeper. I mean, there could be gatekeepers within the customer environment, but there's no one stopping you from actually going to the customer. You can go directly. Whereas here, there's like a man in the middle. There's always someone trying to control the sale themselves. And then you're some similarities is you're competing with other vendors, but you're also competing with the preferences of the channel. As direct, you're just competing with other vendors. You're competing on the sale instead of just competing on the attention of the partner to actually put you in front of the customer. When you're going direct, you can focus on your product. You don't always have to partner with other customers. Similarly with channel, but channel, a lot of times, especially with those big companies, you're kind of working on an ecosystem. So they don't just want like a firewall. They could want a firewall, a SIEM, a bunch of other things that could work in the environment. So that's where like a partner could be very good, because they have an entire ecosystem that they can sell to the customers, and it's a single point of contact for the customer. Whereas if you're going direct and you have to partner with other companies, let's say Fortinet has to partner with Splunk, who has to partner with Ixia, a bunch of different companies coming together. Now you have multiple partners and multiple contacts for the customer, each vying for their attention. So I guess that's the benefit of going through channels sometimes versus going direct. So yeah, these are some of the differences. The big thing, I wouldn't recommend a channel SE for someone starting off their career as a sales engineer. It is difficult because it's hard enough to understand what you're supposed to do as a sales engineer in terms of doing a proper discovery, demo, proof of concept. These are not easy things. You need management skills. You need experience to be able to do it well. And then when you change that role and become a channel SE, and now you're further removed from the customers, that's an even harder job, in my opinion. And if you don't believe me, you can talk to you can check out my podcast with Kyle MacArthur. I'll link that in the description as well. You can check it out. So, hey guys, Future Ramsey here. So I messaged Kyle MacArthur after I recorded my video because I wanted his opinion. His opinion matters to me. He's the expert in that domain. And I asked him, like, hey, what's your input about the video? And he created a presentation for me. So he sent it to me, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I am not going to go read every slide, but I'll put it up here so you can actually see it and pause it if you need to read it. And the point of this first slide is it can get very complex. It could be as simple as you, one partner, one customer, and you guys are all working together. You can meet the customer directly, or you can meet the customer through the partner. Or it could be something to the effect of you have a billion people working together where you have you, customer, competitor, products, partners. It can get very complicated, to say the least. And then we go in and talk about the job profile. You have the SEs versus the SE partners. Again, I'm just going to leave it up for a few seconds, and you can read it, and you can read the next slide as well. You may want to be an SE partner SE if these are the criteria, and you may not want to be a partner SE if these are the criteria. So that's it, and let's get back to the original video. But yeah, if you like this, make sure you share, like, subscribe. I do have a podcast called We the Sales Engineers. Again, click the link in the description below. You'll be able to go to the website, join the newsletter where I put in the 411. We have a lot. We have around 200 episodes out, almost 200 episodes out. So check it out. So that's it for me for today. I will see you guys next time. Peace.